know what's wrong, but something hangs, and I don't know what it is. It's my computer hanging. So, oh, damn it! I thought I fixed this. Oh, well, now we're heading on to the pick ban of the Vanguard versus Grey Wardens here. So far, Vanguard has won both of the Linwu fortresses, and we are moving on to... My bitrate is low. Why the hell is it low? Moving on to Vanguard batting out Harbor City right now. Got Grey Wardens batting out Hailong Fjord. What are your picks, though? Hailong Fjord does seem to be a strong point of Vanguard. I mean, we have Linwu Fortress up, so Vanguard could go for another Linwu Fortress. Instead, they go for a wall fort. Double wall fort coming right up. Sorry about the interruption there, folks. Again, my processor seems to be killing itself, and I don't know why. It runs without problem for like 3 months, then all of a sudden it got issues, and I need to like either reinstall the driver or update the driver, which I will do after this. Hey, I literally got this PC earlier this year. Or last year. Hang on. Yeah, I literally got this PC earlier this year. This cost me $4,000. Cost me $4,000. I have a 500 I have a 500 gigabyte SSD, which is one of the more expensive one for high speed. I also added a 4 terabyte drive, which only gives me 3.6. Additional drive that gives me 3.6. My stupid computer runs a i7-10700K. I forget which generation that is. I think it's the current generation. I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, which is 16 more gigs of RAM than I actually need. But sometimes when I'm running like a buttload of shit, it goes over. This thing's installed with a 370, so RTX 370. I'm not sure if I got an expensive price or just before the crash, but yeah. This thing shouldn't be. The problem is that I'm not maintaining it properly. I'm not good at maintaining it properly. I probably need to check for dust later. Nah, I'll just upgrade the device and hope for my future streams don't have this issue, because if it has this issue, I'm gonna freak. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in a minute as I send you guys for a quick ad. Man, if I wasn't so lazy, I would definitely know, learn how to maintain my computer better. Ugh, I can see literally the dust pile building up on this thing. Exactly where the fan is, there's this huge dust. There's this huge dust screen. I work as an official corporation caster, if that's what you mean. I don't actually work for Booming. I work with their marketing department, if that's what you mean. But the extent of the content is just their content creator program, and well, stream. I'm not that influential, and I'm pretty sure there's no way I can convince them that my games is terrible. Well, I mean, I probably can't convince them to get rid of my games, mainly because it's probably publishing deals out the higher up. Again, as long as the contracts are still. Yeah, yeah, I've heard all about it. I just don't. Honestly just don't know what the higher ups are doing. They trusted Buy.com to bring the Conqueror's Blade to Europe and North America, but I know it's gone downhill this season, and it's actually quite awful that the Steam charts have shown that it's basically dead. I think most of Europe could afford to go to MENA, and most of NA to go to SA. South America is not that bad. Like you lose like another 40 milliseconds going to the SA server. The Europe one may be a little bit more. You lose like 80 or something. But anyway, we're going to kick it off with the next battle. Vanguard attacking first yet again. Let's check out what we got. Yeah, isn't it because everyone moved to NA East? Lord W, what are you doing? Yeah, put your other units on. My goodness, I'd be screaming at the guy. Also, um, Daedalus, Daedalus, where's the rest of your units? Anyway, Grey Warden's going out with a double tier 5. Whoa! Double Nafan Guards, one Tertial, double Metallators. Double Metallators coming out for Vanguarda, one Nafan Guard and one Tertial. So, does look to be a double, kind of like a double tier 5 strategy coming out from Grey Wardens, but a tier 5, tier 4, tier 3 kind of deal coming out from Vanguarda. It's going to be very strange for Vanguarda coming out with the tier 5, tier 4 scenario, as Grey Wardens will come out with the tier 5, tier 5. I think Vanguarda, if it comes down to absolute patrician, as long as they kill off all of the high tier units from Grey Wardens, they will win. But they have a couple of guys with the triple tier 4s, so that might be a little bit different. At least it'll be 60, yeah. Honestly, I haven't played on the my.com version of the game, but since I can't imagine what a 20 hertz server would be like playing. But from what it's explained to me, I can already tell that and rubber banding will be such an issue, even if you had low ping. Even if you had low ping, rubber banding would be such an issue. Alright, we got the battle kicking off. Heading towards the small fort here. Got 4 guys probably heading over to the small fort here. Climbing the ladders. Let's see if they get stopped by Grey Wardens up on the ridge. All of the siege towers and battering rams getting to move on. Yeah, that's what practically killed population on all NA server. EU is slowly going down too. That's why they can still save it, but they really have to either upgrade the server or get rid of my games and allow Booming to host the server. Yeah, I can see. 20 ping and teleporting every match. Teleporting is just rubber banding. It's rubber band where people start moving around like unexpectedly. And it's such a bad it's such a bad experience when rubber banding does happen. We have no idea what Booming and My.com has together, what contract they're going with, but I do believe that the sentiment that Booming is feeling from My.com is getting through, and I think that they will work towards a global release of Conqueror's Blade. I think it's just unfortunate that My.com got the deal in order to release it out into the English population, because do remember that My.com is really good at marketing. Like crazy good at marketing. And if you give them a good game, they'll milk it for all it's worth. Like, I'm not even joking. They'll milk it for all it's worth. But really good at marketing. So the fact that My.com actually maintained a high population for a long time was already good for Booming. The only problem is now carrying on that legacy is just going to be bad, because not only are they going to have to rebuild the trust they had with those players, they're also going to have to um, try and work with trying to try to so like it's going to be a bit strange, but either my.com will sell the user information to Booming Tech in order to then set up a Booming Tech server, or Booming Tech will set up their own global server as a re-release of the same game where everyone has to restart anyway. I think it's just better off if NA and EU plans to continue playing the game in any capacity, they should just play on the SA server or the MENA server, as that is the best way to just continue supporting the game, as it's directly supported and hosted by Booming Tech. Otherwise, again, I think my.com will find it not feasible to maintain relationship with Conqueror's Blade, and again, the population is way down in its current state. The siege tower is getting destroyed constantly. It's quite classic. Right now, that wall break is on a orange mark, so it has been hit a couple of times. Grey Warden successfully knocks the entire army of Vanguard that was climbing off the wall of those ladders. Problem here is Vanguard are not taking out those culverins, not even using their trebs to take out that culverin. I would definitely take out those trebs with culverins. I mean, I would definitely take out the culverins with trebs. My goodness, what am I saying? Left-hand siege tower did go down again. I'm wondering whether or not this middle siege tower will go down. If the right-hand siege tower goes down again, then right-hand siege tower not getting pushed, sorry. What are you doing? What are you doing? Push it, push it, push it! Middle siege tower did go down. We have Metallators and and another culverin there on the side there. Grey Warden's gone through the wall break. I did not expect this to happen. Grey Wardens also sent all their heroes up. It's going to be a death match here. Pike going in deep here. I think he's going to about to get dead. There he goes. Down that. Vanguard are being quite aggressive in this scenario. Want to get these siege towers up. Controlling the right-hand side is a good sign that this right-hand siege tower will get up. I think Grey Wardens might be looking to do an all-in for the A point here with the wall down. Vanguard is not going to be looking good when they come up. But they have a lot of trebs. 11 trebs. Nah. Grey Wardens does look to retreat all the way out. Not want to contest the Vanguard here on the wall. So the A point will be grabbed easily. Although they did pick up quite a bit. We're on to like the 4th minute in the hold here. I mean, in this scenario, Grey Wardens picked up almost 5 minutes because Vanguard will take the A point. They'll have to reset up for the C point, and doesn't look like they're going to let B point go very easily. They already sent a contingent towards the B point stairs. Suppressing the right-hand side is what's happening right now, being very cautious and very smart. They're countering very classic strategies, which is good. Mortars can't be built. Or, I mean, if they do get built, really need to protect them. That mortar is out of position, getting shot. Looking to take this stairs on, but you might get trapped here. This is an important section here, because look how many Vanguards here in this tight area. We've got Metallators shooting directly at them. Imperial Pikemen are now coming down on them. This Palace Guard could hold the very center, going straight in. This is bad. Vanguard also looking to get sandwiched as Winged Hussars coming in the backhand side. That's not going to hit directly on them, but very close. Doesn't take him out, though. Vanguard eats another Winged Hussar charge. Vanguard might get pushed out completely here. Taking heavy losses, and I mean heavy losses. Front line for Medal's just cleaving right through that front line. Those shields will not last very long. Metallators at point blank range. Very interesting. We got some... Whoa, Tertial's still firing. Those Medals need to move up. Move up those Medals. Block them. Those Tertials are still firing in the pile. Terrible treb, but let's see if it's effective. Nah, not at all. One went through. Alright, you can't chase them because the treb's still going. Probably only lost one Medal in that pile there from Grey Wardens. Now reset up on that stairwell. My goodness, the Vanguard is not looking good here. Getting pushed completely out. The catch is massive. Grey Wardens were on the up and up. Definitely predicted where Vanguard was going to go. Biggest problem here is Vanguard aiming to go towards the B point, but there was some contingent holding them, and Grey Wardens caught them with their pants down here. Again, coming through that small entranceway. I honestly would have blocked for C. I would then send a contingent to deal with B. Guarantee victory by splitting up the defending forces. Concentrating too much on one avenue will lead to you getting pinched like this, especially when you're coming straight in for B through that stable area. The stable section is a nightmare and has failed 9 times out of 10, as long as the defenders has chosen to defend that, to fight on that stable. Massive treb comes in. I don't think anything died, though. 2 big hits. This will be probably the last assault from Vanguard, because less than 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Vanguard will need to grab the B point or the C point in order to extend the time, and they are running out of time. No time for mortars, guys. You need grape shots. You need things that are close combat specialists. No, stop going through the stables. The stables is a death sentence. Go up through the center. Send the majority of your force up through the center. Have a token force go through the stable. The biggest problem here, yes, good splitting. Now you got to deal with the Imperial Pike March. Your Medals just eats Thunderstruck there. Center is now being pinched, but this relieves the stair section. Stair section, go, go, go! Up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. You've already sacrificed 2 of your units to hold off the enemy, so you may as well go through, get up the stairs, block the stairs now. All of Vanguard here the rest of Vanguard here needs to block the stairs. You've sacrificed 2 Medals in the center. Your Tundra humans relieved this right-hand side. The B point is golden. You now need to survive the mortaring and get towards the C point. The C point needs to be pressured because you got the defending side resupplying. I don't know why Grey Wardens is pulling out all of their guys. They have the unit advantage. This Medal here is going to fall piecemeal. You got Winged Hussars going to come through, but those won't do anything. You have more Pike Militia and Palace Guards coming up the rear. The B point is secure. Do not need to worry about it now. Move all your forces towards the C point. Make them sweat. Your respawning guys need to go towards the supply point now, as the entire wave here is coming on top of you. Grape shots also need to continuously be firing. Nice enough Vanguard is going to stop. It's going to staunch the forces here, although it didn't work entirely. Vanguard needs to just stand and fight. I'd rather stand and fight. Respawn in. It's faster that way. Stand and fight. Keep the defenders here on the front line. Do not let them resupply. You cannot afford to let the Grey Wardens resupply. Why are you retreating? Damn it. It's going to be an entire minute for you to resupply and to come back. The biggest problem here is the biggest problem is that Vanguard has no units left. That's right. We're down to 600 units from Vanguard, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the high tier units are dead, in fact. We still have some Medals coming out, and enough Vanguards coming out from Grey Wardens. Grey Warden is holding very well here. Vanguard did make a solid move towards the B point. I just wish it could have been done earlier. Now you're running out of time, but you're also running out of units because your high tier units are already gone. You're down to your last hurrah. No point for the supply point, because even if you get the supply point, what are you going to bring out? More serfs? They're useless to you. You got to win the battle, win the war by defeating the heroes from Grey Wardens, but you can't do that if you're facing off against higher tier units than what you got. Tundra humans coming through. I don't know why he stopped. Should have just kept going through, straight for the range. Vanguard is making progress on the front line. Does look like they're going to take out the Medals shortly. Tundra humans coming through, swiping right through the village watchmen. Keep going. Swing around, because you don't want to let your main pile just fall down because of unit quality. Going to eat an Iron Reaper here, or get eaten by the Iron Reapers. Keep moving, swing around, win this section, fight on the Iron Reapers now. My goodness, you gotta keep moving, because you're down to a minute 40. 5 heroes from Grey Wardens are dead. Northern Lands Cavalry out on the field. That's a high tier unit. Smack the remaining forces. You've got this. You've got this. This treb was awful, though. That was an awful treb. What were you aiming for? The heroes? Cavalry is carrying the day. Only problem here, continue to kill the heroes. 3 heroes can go down here. 1 hero down. This ball will go down. Medals are coming in. Where's your Northern Lands Cavalry? Group up your Northern Lands Cavalry. Group up. Damn it! Is your Northern Lands Cavalry out of commission because you've already engaged them? Yes. No, the Northern Lands Cavalry are swinging back around, but it's just an entire mess right now out from Vanguard. Where's your infantry pile? Did it disappear? Damn it! Probably. Damn it. Grey Wardens did respawn in. I thought the Northern Lands Cavalry could carry the day. Grey Wardens will hold the C point. Now that the hero numbers are carrying the day, if some of these guys are on death limit, we will see in the thing. Last 5 seconds. Grey Wardens still a force to contend with. Does look like they are better in a 15v15 match there. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 of them permadeath there. Biggest mistake is surviving when dying is actually what you want to do. You gotta think. You gotta think smart. Only takes 30 seconds for you to come back in with a fresh unit if you die on the front line. If you die on the front line and come in with a fresh unit in 30 seconds, instead of taking 30 seconds to walk to another supply point and then 30 seconds back, plus extra time for your slow-ass unit to walk all the way there, you can get reinforcement to the front line lickety-split, keeping the defenders on their toes because they will also be split. Vanguard misses its opportunity to do a rapid assault. Even as they were coming back in for the big push there, they had to force the defenders into a split battle. They had the Tundra Humans come in through, they had the Northernlands come in through. Again, missed opportunity to do a rapid assault by dying in the fight. Otherwise, anyway, low hero kills coming up from Grey Wardens and Vanguard. Both sides not doing very well at killing heroes. But that's probably due to the fact that they both decide to try to survive most of the fight, so I guess that's how it is. I don't think a lot of them were on permadeath there. I think quite a few of them could afford to die. I mean, some of them had 0 deaths still. But anyway, I'm going to grab some more water. I'll be back in a minute. Although it's kind of gut-wrenching thinking back on it. Never, ever go through the stable section to get to B if you see anybody from Grey Wardens standing next to that stairs. Because it is a death sentence. I have never seen anyone push through that stable section. Like, I've never seen anyone just win at that stable section as the attackers. Every single one has lost trying to push through that stable section. It's a narrow corridor coming out into a larger space, which gets crunched really hard. You want to take a left, but you have to fight everyone on the right. If there's anyone up on those stairs, you're going to have to fight people on the left and the right. The worst thing is like when Metallators are up there, shooting directly down into that pile, into that section. They had 2 sets of Metallators shooting from the stairs near the intersection of the supply point. Sorry. Still pretty bad situation. my goodness, like watching a slow train wreck is basically that. I know what's going to happen, and it happens anyway. I wish people I wish people could understand this. I wish people could see this as well, especially the teams inside, because when you see a massive mistake like that, you just feel that these guys are literally just walking into a trap, and it hurts. You know it's a bad situation. You know it's going to turn out bad, and it does. Oh, I honestly think if Vanguard pulled off what they did for the second time, the first time, they would have had enough resources to fight off Grey Wardens and claim victory for their attack. And this is the important thing. If they did not lose so much in the first assault, they would have actually had resources to fight for the sea point in the second assault. That's the important key. And maybe, Azura, you are right. They, like, when I was telling them to stay, fight, and die, to respawn in, maybe some of them are on permadeath. But honestly, 5 of them permadeath by the end of it. A lot of them were on their second life, but a couple of them were on 0 deaths. They could have afforded to die. 30-second respawn for your first death, 45-second for your second, and of course, if you die for the third one, you're dead. I think it's around there. It's about 20 seconds for your first death at least. I know that for sure. Alright, we're just going to be waiting on for the second battle on Wallfort here. This time Vanguard will be defending. My goodness, Vanguard dropping the ball here. So we're tied up 2-2. So let's see if they can hold the defense. We still have a second pick ban phase, which will basically be the decider on who wins. Again, it's a best of 6 because it's impossible to get. It's impossible, no matter which scenario you go with. It's impossible to get to the tiebreaker field battle because Grey Warden starts with 1 point, so you'll never get the tiebreaker field battle in the finals. Which again, I think is dumb. I think I think both teams should just start off with 0 points, but you also have to give the benefit of the doubt that Grey Wardens were the winners of the upper bracket, so they didn't drop a battle until now. Well, didn't lose a matchup, sorry, but in the finals, so until they get to the finals, so they should get the benefit. They should get a benefit, so I guess this is okay. In terms of fairness for the matches, I don't think this should happen. But in terms of logical progression in the progression of the matches, I do think this is fair. The only thing is that again, inside the match, I think it's just not fair to start off with 1 point, but progression of the tournament, how it goes with the loser and upper bracket makes sense. So kind of contradictory, kind of contradicting myself about whether or not I like it or hate it. Again, yeah, I do understand why, and I do get that it needs to happen. Otherwise, why just keep winning? But here we go. Second assault at Wallfort. Here we are. This time, Grey Wardens will be attacking, and Vanguard will be defending. Alrighty, let's see these units. What can we see? Anything important? Lots of culverins coming out from Vanguard. I want to hold the wall. Going again with the a couple of tier 5s, double tier 5s actually. But the tier 5, tier 4 line up into the tier 3. Double tier 5s massively coming out from Grey Wardens here. A couple of triple tier 4s though. So overall, the strength of the tier 5, can they carry through the day and will... Oh, what the hell? Why is there a Javelin Sergeant on the field? Not Javelin Sergeant. Why is there an Imperial Javelineer on the field out from Vanguarda? Gonna see how well effective these guys are. Almighty JV, gotta keep in mind, Almighty JV. Let's see how well he does with Javelins. A quadruple Metallitor setup. Probably going too hard on the Metallitors. If you're going this hard on the Metallitors, I'd definitely bring in more tier 5s. I mean, I would definitely bring in more tier 4s. You want to slow down the battle as much as possible. One Nafan Guard out for Vanguard still. Two Nafan Guards out for Grey Wardens. They did swap over one of the Metallitors, in fact. So only one Metallitor. Tertial's still on the field. Tertial's still on the field for both sides, in fact. Four guys going towards the small fort. Does look like all siege towers and battering around gonna make their progress towards the wall. Let's see if Vanguard destroys them. Is this a wall climb commitment here? One short sword up on the wall gets blasted. Glaive up on the wall. Does look like the musket fell down. Actually, this mole gets pushed off. Both of the moles get pushed off here. They're gonna have to try. They're gonna try to escape across the bridge right now. Probably sacrificing their units at the front here. Empire Iron Pagodas, in fact, fighting on the front line here. What a masterful unit. Very, very nice unit. Their defensive bonus when they climb a ladder is quite fascinating. Although I think it's rarely used. That's very unfortunate. I didn't realize that horses didn't get CC'd when it's like that. A masterful rush here, though. Vanguard not doing too well on the defense by the looks of it. Looking to just kill the pile instead of... Oh, no. B-side looks to be broken through. You're getting trebbed. No! One of your Metallitors went down. These are valuable units. Losing these is costly. The B point is already taken. I would evacuate from the A point. There's no point holding in a scenario where you're at a disadvantage. Vanguard is dropping the ball a lot here. The Grey Wardens are moving up. The wall is down though, actually. So actually could still hold the A-side wall, but as Grey Wardens, I'd spawn because you take the B point. I think you spawn closer. Maybe? No. Maybe you don't spawn closer. Grey Wardens also coming up here on the side. They don't even need the siege towers. They don't even want the siege towers. A very, very nice beginning for Grey Wardens here. This is massive upset. Whoa, Vanguard is going to be sent through a loop here. Not prepared at all. Only lost around about a minute of time. I mean, the A point not even being grabbed right now. And they're accelerating towards the C point. My goodness, this glaive from Vanguard is deep within the enemy lines. Is he going to die? Yes, he does. Almighty JV, just turn the corner and toss. You should be throwing those on cooldown because there's no point waiting around. engagement is swinging back into stabilization. Vanguard really needs to be cautious here. They cannot afford to be sent through another loop, and if they get pushed back all the way to the base point before a major engagement, my goodness, this is going to be very bad. Morning! Right now, we're looking at the finals, the grand finals for the South American division. Right now, we're 2 up for both teams, as you can see in the top right-hand corner. Vanguard winning both of the Linwu Fortress, losing their attack on Wall Fort. Right now, we're seeing the second Wall Fort of the first pick ban stage. There will be a second pick ban stage in a minute. Grey Wardens did. Grey Wardens being the winner of the upper bracket. Vanguard did get defeated by Grey Wardens in the past, and it doesn't look good on a 15v15 match. So Vanguard came in very strong in the beginning on Linwu, and right now they're getting beaten out by Grey Wardens here on Wolfort. Losing ground on the A and the B point massively upset the defense. Their timing is way off, and Vanguard are just taking this mortar for free here. Whether or not they survive the hits is another question, because you can definitely have enough mortars up here to actually kill something eventually, and definitely the low tier units will definitely start falling faster. I think the Medals and the Iron Reapers should be mostly okay, but even Metallators are starting to shoot. You must minimize the effectiveness of these shots. They can't afford to keep taking this kind of beating, otherwise once the battle really kicks off, you're going to be at a massive disadvantage. Massive disadvantage here, in fact, is that the C point is lightly defended. Not very many people can respond on emergencies. We do have a battle here at the front with Expedition Knights fighting something, but I'm not sure what it is. We have a Treb coming through. Iron Reaper is going to charge in, probably going to go in for the cleanup. Nah, backs off instead. Lot of smoke. Can't see what the situation on the battle, but Iron Reaper's turned back around. God, you gotta make your decision. Are you going in or you're not going in? I don't think they're going in. Expedition Knights and Imperial Pikes on this left-hand side. We have a simultaneous push on the C and the B point. I mean, C and the supply point happening. Kicking off. Expedition Knights versus Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers will clean that all wholesale. Monastic Knights pulls off the charge. Why did? Oh my God! Instead, trying to trade with Tundra Humans. What is happening? A cavalcade of battles happening now. Imperial Pikemen get wipes off the field here. Tundra Humans versus Tundra Humans get evenly slashed out here. Tundra Humans still on the field for C, and the Iron Reapers still beating out the Imperial Pikemen. Those Iron Reapers are being the major menace here. Vanguard loses the supply point wholesale, losing the. My goodness, that split push was amazing. Winning here on the base point is the biggest win though. C point will be an easy grab. Vanguard needs to just fall back to the base point. You've already lost ground. You've already lost the supply point, and you cannot afford to lose more resources. My goodness, though, with the C point captured, it's going to be a 10-minute hold. They have 8 trebs available as well. I mean, Vanguard takes a beating from the mortars. Now Vanguard getting pushed back with another win for Grey Wardens. Vanguard cannot drop the next 2 battles. If they drop the next 2 battles, they lose. Vanguard's coordination was quite lacking as the front line here at the C point was not stable. We didn't get to see the battle at the supply point, but the fact that so many Grey Wardens were still up and running and they grabbed that supply point pretty easily by the looks of it. Look at the unit deficit. We're heading on to 430 unit deficit coming out for Vanguard here. That's 300. No, that's 430 units they need to make up for. And that's not going to be good, as I think the low tier units are going to have to come out. Grey Wardens have kicked off the battle here. A battle of three fronts here as they get completely surrounded. But another contingent pulls up here on the left-hand side. They might lose the supply point. Heading towards the supply point, Grey Wardens does a massive bait on the base, overcommitting for the base here. My goodness. Great. Vanguard are getting sent through a loop here with the loss. Even if they win here, they lose the supply point. Supply point getting taken. Now Grey Wardens just need to do a resupply, which is very easy to do as they have a supply point right there. Now they're coming down like a ton of bricks. Vanguard needs to push back this time and push back hard. You got 8 minutes. That means you need access to that supply point. You cannot give that supply point to Grey Wardens, but the worst thing is they're setting up inside. Oh my goodness, we got grape shots coming out from Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens has all the intent to just sit here and bleed out the defenders. What do you do in this scenario? You're not going to win the supply point. You're not going to win on the base point anymore because you're out of units. Where's your resupply? Your resupply is death. You need to die in order to get more units. And I am looking at this battle progressing. Number 1, bait to the base. 2, set range/artillery to hit base response team. 3, main push hits supply. Rarely see a part 3. Plan works that smoothly. Yes, the Metallators shooting towards the base point as they overcommitted as a contingent went towards the supply point. It was big. Holy shit. Grey Wardens just coordination catching Vanguard out so hard. My goodness, that was absolutely devastating. Vanguard must be feeling depressed after that. Look at Sargaz just standing there in utter defeat. Wow. My goodness. Although not very many hero kills, I mean, 5, we got 5. Look at the unit kills coming out for the top 5 here. 1,029, 800, 800, 500, 700. That's some good leadership kills. Although Vanguard are not doing too bad themselves. Quite a few permadeaths were coming in. As to be expected, again, what's the point of surviving with no units? Go in. Go die. You lost a supply point. What are you going to do without a supply point? You can't get new units. If you're out of units, that's even worse. Massively done for the final push by Grey Wardens. Definitely sending Vanguard through a loop twice. Twice through a loop. First loop was actually making a successful push to the B point. Second was not relying on the siege tower and going up through the stairs through the wall break. Third, a switcheroo on the base point. I think they just pushed the C point massively as well. It wasn't much of a bait. They just beat out Vanguard wholesale at the C point. We also have now the second pick ban phase. My goodness, my goodness. I agree, John Reamer. 2 of your short swords were having 1 death. What's the point of surviving? Get in there. Get into the action. You should be the person closest to death. But Vanguard bans out Harbor City yet again. Grey Wardens, what are you going to ban out? probably Heilong Fjord. Vanguard wants to take it to. I'm wondering what Vanguard is going to do because if it goes for a wall fort again, they cannot drop a battle. Same pick bands, Harbour City and Heilong Fjord. What are your picks though? I've said this before. Wall fort. It's going to be a double wall fort again. I bet. No way Grey Wardens would send another loop through. Yep, another wall fort. Tried and true. Grey Wardens will probably, man. I don't know what to say. Grey Wardens literally need one more victory. Either one of these they need to win. But then again, I mean, if Vanguard can get that point again, it will come. The tiebreaker is going to be kind of biased, and that's a bit upsetting. But I've got to say, Grey Warden's doing very well at playing Vanguarda, and it's kind of amazing how well Vanguarda is getting played. It's super, super weird that Vanguarda is getting caught out, Vanguarda's being unprepared, and it's just from Grey Wardens understanding how Vanguarda works. It's like they got Vanguarda in a mind trap. Like, Grey Wardens know every single one of your moves, and it's all a trap no matter what you do. It's so insane that Grey Wardens is playing like this. It's like, it's much different on Linway Fortress. I honestly, if I was Vanguarda, I would fight Grey Wardens on Linway Fortress, because Linway Fortress is pickable, and the fact that Vanguard is not picking Linway Fortress might be a courtesy. And I would honestly, after facing that kind of wall fort, be disheartened, because it's mentally draining to go through all of that, to fight through all of that, and just suffer. But I'll catch you guys in 3 minutes. Hopefully, we'll come back before the battle starts. See you there. Oh man, sometimes it's too cold, sometimes it's too warm. I get heated up when I think about the battles like this. Ugh. Man, even I start to sweat when the battle becomes like this. It's so intense sometimes. The kind of mental, like, the strategy, the tactics coming out from South America. It's actually quite amazing, in fact. Like, South America shows such fascinating strategies that practically unseeable in the Asia division. And the fact that they work here is the biggest part. Like, you see strategies working in actions, and you feel wonderful watching it happen. At the same time, you just feel gut wrenching for the people who have to suffer through this. Yeah, and when CBL pulled out the Heilong Fjord hold, I was just like, What do you do? What do you do? When... Oh, man. Now watching Grey Wardens, I'm just like... Grey Warden just sending me through a loop just 3 times. And just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then Grey Wardens just... man. Not Grey Wardens, but like... Vanguard are making a lot of mistakes. You can't afford to make mistakes. You can't afford to make strategical errors like this. But here we go. We got the battle on Wall Fort about to begin. Good timing, in fact. Let's see who is attacking first. Because if it's Grey Wardens, well, looks like Vanguard is attacking first. Vanguard will have a second chance to make up for their lost first assault. I do think they have wisen up, so they know what they need to do. Again, the strategy is there. They can do it. They can pull it off. They did it before. They were very close. The only problem is that they went with a strategy that got them killed the first time around. You don't have any more chances after this. You cannot afford to drop this battle, and you cannot afford to drop the next one either. We got 1, 2 Metallators, 1 Knife Vanguard, 1 Tertial out for Vanguard, 2 Metallators, 2 Knife Vanguards, and 1 Tertial out for the Defenders. Grey Wardens looking very much stronger than Vanguard, as a lot of their leadership is more on the upfront tier 5s. So in retrospect, you will see the first engagement be very even, but the second engagement might be a landslide victory for Grey Wardens. This is the issue when you have the double tier 5 and you're matching up against a tier 5, tier 4, because you will need to somehow make those tier 4s beat out the tier 5s in a one-on-one, because no way, no matter how many tier 2s you bring out, no way a tier 5 is going to go down that easily. But as you can see, 2 to Vanguard, 3 for Grey Wardens. Grey Warden only needs 1 more victory in order to claim the crown. The crown of being number 1 on the South America division. This is what happens when death is so close, when victory is near. Vanguard pushing all siege towers. Very standard. We got a couple of guys, 3 guys in fact, heading towards that left-hand side. Does look like we have a glitcheroo happening on the left hand. Treb comes out a bit early, destroying the Hawacha, I believe, or one of the ballistas. Grey Warden holding much stronger with Greyhair Garrisons instead. These Greyhair Garrisons are a nightmare to push through when you're coming up these ladders. Treb coming through. Bam! Hitting the Greyhair Garrisons really hard 1 time. 2nd time. Oh, if that went high, I would have loved it to go high. But unfortunately, only 2 Greyhair Garrisons. Whoa! Red Star! Falling down! Oh, man. Through the front. Catch these Greyhair Garrisons. This can be huge. Catch these Greyhair Garrisons. Do not let them escape. No, 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 no. Oh, trying to catch out the 2nd Greyhair Garrison. This could be huge. Looks like every house has their dilly. Yeah, falling off the wall. Big, big mistake. 2nd Greyhair Garrison is going to be a little bit of a mess. Greyhair Garrison in the back should be caught and killed. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Whoa! Down goes that wall. They sacrificed this Greyhair Garrison on the other side. This Greyhair Garrison will be easy picking. There are so many heroes on this Greyhair Garrison. It should die super fast. Smack it down. Wow, nice pickup at the very beginning. Siege Tower is very close to the wall. Right-hand Siege Tower did go down in the meantime. This middle-side Siege Tower getting very close. It's staring you in the face. Does go down. Maximum time for that Siege Tower. Very well done by Grey Wardens. Going to throwing up some Village Watchmen. Getting eaten up by these, let's say, Iron Reapers. I'm forgetting my words sometimes. Easy double Treb here. I think a double Treb would be worth it. Treb these Culverins. taking both of them out. That's precious, precious resources that Grey Wardens will be lacking. Meaning, if 2 Trebs go... Oh, no! Take it back! Don't Treb it! Grey Wardens just do a full retreat. They've left the wall break up. The left-hand siege tower makes it to the wall. Good idea. Once one of the siege towers are up on the wall, you either all in it for A, eating some Trebs, or you just retreat out, saving your troops. Saving a little bit of time here. You'll only save around about 1 minute from the usual time if you just let them take the A and the B point. Down goes that wall break, trying to catch people. Unfortunately, it does not work. It's going to happen again, I think. Vanguarda's mistake last time was pushing through the stable and to grab the B point. But if they're smart about this, easy, easy, easy. Gonna grab the B point for free at this point, while also fighting off Grey Wardens. You did it once before, you can do it again. The only issue is, you gotta do it the first time, not the second time. Second time, you were running out of troops. And anyone that submits those kinds of promotions, I will ban you. I cannot be bothered. I'm not going to... Well, it's just a scam. Just a straight up scam, that one. Vanguarda instead going up. Whoa! Tundra humans! Yikes! Nice! Last minute. Oh my god. Nice waste of a Imperial Pike March. Baiting out that Imperial Pike March might be huge. Oh, go through the center. Keep catching them. You caught half a Imperial Pike. No, finish them off. Finish. Oh my god. What's the point? What's the point? Oh my goodness. No, your backside is completely open. You're losing your Metallators. Down goes your Pike. Down goes Quintino. You're pushing straight into Nafan Guards, and it looks horrid. Look at your backside. Who's protecting your backside? Oh my god, no! No, 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 no! Massive lack of awareness here. They needed to spread out, not concentrate. I would have went for C! I would have went for C! My goodness. Oh, it's just going to be a massacre. I swear. Vanguard dropping the massive ball here. Concentrating here in this tight section. When you were pushing onto those Imperial Pikes, you should have went up through the guts towards the C point. Again, the important thing here is that you have the supply and you have the B point open. Even if you're going to get sandwiched on 3 sides, spread out the front line. Wow, I think Vanguard here losing massive is going to lead to a Grey Warden victory. Like, just straight up, there's no way that Vanguard can essentially, with their second set of units, push and win every single battle until the base point. Massive mistake. You lost your Metallators, you lost your Tertials, you're losing crucial units. That engagement. Vanguard, unfortunate. But you have one more shot. Although, I don't believe in you at this point. You have lost my faith. I will congratulate you for playing this on. It just... I agree. After suffering an attack, you should adapt, you should learn. But what is this? You're doing the same mistake again. Worst thing is that this is your second set, and it's a massive mistake again. Watch as Grey Wardens crush this front section. It will be very easy to. You got 2 sets of... Well, I mean, you got enough Vanguard in the back here. Okay. This might turn out well. You have guys coming up the guts here. But you're taking a lot of Metallitor fire. Take out the Nafan Guards. The Nafan Guards are still on the ground. Wow, those Medaos are super tanky. They actually survived through all of that. Taking on a massive wave here. Losses are mounting. 100 unit deficit. Imperial Pike March is a little bit off angle, but a counter Imperial Pike March coming out from Grey Wardens here. You will be crushed. You need to get through this, Medal, somehow. You need to also protect your lower ground. What are you doing, Medal? Engage! Do not let those Imperial Pikes get up on those stairs. Turn around, fight them on the bottom of those stairs. The worst thing here is that Grey Wardens has overwatching fire with Metallators the entire time. No one's gone for them, but I think it's also because they're being protected by a Imperial Pikeman. Grey Wardens are surprisingly losing a lot of ground. Their second set of units should be spawning in very shortly, trying to take out the heroes. Lord W gets taken out. We don't need to see that. We know that the B point is getting captured. We have some Iron Reapers here on the side, fading off some Village Watchmen. Iron Reapers here on the front as well. They charged in point blank. Lethal march them, please. Otherwise, you're... Down goes the Medals! Those Iron Reapers absolutely doing work. Here comes the main wave as they charge in. My goodness, my goodness. Same scenario right now, but this time it's kind of reversed. They went for a supply point push that ended up in absolute failure, and the push towards the stable worked out halfway, but it's because they came in through two directions and did not get sandwiched themselves. They pinched instead of being pinched themselves, grabbing the B point for extra time, but what is that extra time worth? You still have to beat out the remaining Imperial Pike. You have to defeat the remaining high tier units, and you're down to 600 units. This is your low tier units coming out. I saw Medaos. I saw Iron Reapers. I saw Palace Guards. You have a lot on your plate, Vanguarder, and I think Grey Wardens is confident enough to hold you at these massive, massive chokes. The wall break's going to be a nightmare to push through. The front gate's going to be a nightmare to push through. You're getting caught one by one. Saragaz goes down. Short sword goes down. My goodness, you're getting chased out even off of the wall. Why fight the wall? Why fight the wall? Well, I know why they're fighting the wall. It's because they can't fight anywhere else. Massive GG. There's like 5 whole minutes as well to go. At this point, the battle will only continue to move on towards Vanguard's victory. Grey Warden's victory. Although, doing quite well with the one Iron Reaper that they do have. Vanguard could do a reversal if they just concentrate on killing the heroes, but how long will it be until you face off against something tough? Tundra humans getting absolutely smacked down by heroes and Iron Reapers. Surprisingly, Iron Reapers go down though. Actually, what the hell's happening here? A lot of the heroes from Grey Wardens are dying. Down goes Razel. Palace Guard charging in. Yeah, no units left for Vanguard. Only 300 units. 330 units. That's around about 11 units, and I'm pretty sure that's all going to be serfs. Still some high tier units available for Great Wardens, but it is less than before. So, Vanguard are doing some pickups here. And even at the very end. Either engage or either pull back. These Medals getting caught just by the heroes. but you might be pinched in a second. Razzle, 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 razzle. You gotta stop going by yourself, man. You got no units. Strength in numbers here. And strength in numbers definitely coming out for Grey Wardens as they catch heroes one by one. Down goes Tana. Tainha? Northlands Cavalry tries to beat their way through. Does not being very successful. Down goes Dedalos. It's 11v14 right now. We got Tundra humans doing absolute work outside on a village watchman, although they are getting whittled down very slowly. Vidal's at the front, making their way, punching down on the surf units. My goodness, it's going to be a long slog to the finish, isn't it? 2 minutes to go. Vanguard. I had such high hopes coming out for you on Linwu Fortress, but now, as I see it, Grey Wardens played you like a fiddle here on Wall Fort. That's very unfortunate, but I'm going to have to say that Grey Wardens is the overall champions of South American Division. I see no way of victory for Vanguard here at the end. This is the end of the line. But do be happy. You are still second. Even if you didn't claim the crown, you should be happy that this journey for you has made it. This journey for you has been exciting, and it's been exciting to watch. Not every single battle, but very entertaining. I commend on every single person who participated in any of the Conqueror's Blade League for participating and not giving up. The most important thing is not giving up, even at the very end. Or maybe you guys just are fighting for fun. I loved every time when people fought. I love it every time when these guys fight with everything on the line. It's so much fun watching people fight on Conqueror's Blade because strategy, skill, all of it is ingrained in it. You're watching these two here 1v1ing each other. Big hit coming out from Flying Reaper. Mountain up, misses the dismount knockdown. Well, I don't know why you jumped forward there, trying to dodge out. Looks like they're lining up for a screenshot for the finish here. Keeps blocking the attack. That's got to be annoying and pain in the ass. But congratulations, Grey Wardens. You are the champions of the South American Division. Vanguard, you are second, beating out Brotherhood for third and Alchemist for fourth. Congratulations to everyone. Good effort. But as I think that is all for the South American Division, we do have one final match, which will be happening later tonight at 8 UTC plus 8. The important cross-server match. We get to see the winners of the NetEase tournament fight off against our own champions of the Asia Division tournament, Crusaders. So I hope you guys catch that. That is technically a finals, but it is a cross-server one, so do be a little bit skeptical on how these guys will match up with the rest of the teams. But these are the best of each division. So I will see you guys there at 8 as that is the final match for the CBL for this tournament season. I believe we might have some friendly cross-server tournaments later on in the new season, showing off some of the new units maybe. But anyway, I'll catch you guys then. Other than that, my name's Atsukai, and have a nice day. Bye now!